What up everyone, how's it going? Matt Sweets here with another tutorial. Today we are going to learn how to do late Ken flips. Late Ken flips are something that have become very popular in our Kendama world today, and you need to know how to do them. To do this, make sure you have Ken flip down and whirlwind. It is very crucial that you are very good at both of those in order to pull this trick off. Alright, let's get right into it. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Now when I say a late whirlwind, or when I say a late Ken flip, this is what I mean. We're gonna go up like we're gonna do a whirlwind, and then while we're waiting for that ball to come around, we're gonna do one more flip. So we're gonna do our whirlwind, and then flip it a second time. All right, there we go. So you saw that second one is so fast just before we hit the spike. There are lots of ways to do this trick, but the most important thing to learn is about the timing. With late Ken flips, the hardest part is re-grabbing that Ken flip the way you had it the first time, okay? So when you go to catch that second Ken flip, you really want to make sure that your hand is where it's supposed to be, ready for the next flip to go. If you catch it here, or if you catch it here, it's very difficult to get that second late flip off. So making sure you're catching it down here at the bottom is the first crucial thing. For this trick specifically, going back to spike, the earth turn is crucial. You need to make sure that you're lofting the earth turn a little bit slower than for a normal whirlwind, so you have time to get that second late Ken flip around. A good way to practice late Ken flips is just like before when we worked on our Ken flip. So instead of practicing Ken flip down here like this, I want you to practice it up here, as if we were about to whirlwind, because that'll help you catch it out of the air and be ready for that second whirly. Now another thing, you can hold the Ken as long as you want for that second Ken flip. Sometimes you have to go really fast, and sometimes you have time to wait for that second late Ken flip. It doesn't matter how long you wait, whatever works for you. Now when sending this trick, the good way to time out the two Ken flips is by doing the earth turn. You should have one of the flips done before you ever see the tomahole. So as that tomahole comes around, you should be ready to hit that second flip and then eye it up. So the second part is the most difficult because you're doing that Ken flip and eyeing up the hole at the same time. But it's good to be looking for it, because if you don't, you're going to be hitting that second Ken flip and not knowing where the tomahole is. This whirlwind late Ken flip back to whirlwind is a trick that helped me get better at this trick. You can do it any other way you want. Other good way to practice is by just doing two regular Ken flips to big cup. You still have to practice catching it and flipping it before you get it back to that big cup. That's a really nice one. If you're more of an advanced player, try to do it out of a juggle. That's what a lot of the pros and people of higher skill in Kendama are doing now, and it is absolutely insane. So you can go from juggles and give a late Ken flip in there as well. Again, it's all about timing and giving yourself the right amount of time to be able to pull off that late Ken flip. I throw my tom a little higher to give myself that extra room. It's a lot like jump roping. When you jump rope, you're at a single pace, and if you want to do a double, you have to jump higher in order to get that rope around. So imagine us doing these late Ken flips as our double jump rope. We need to get that tom nice and high in the air so we can pull off another flip before we get to the end. From that, you can go back to juggling, or you could do more Ken flips. You can go to spike. It's really up to you. The pros are insane with this stuff. They do so many crazy combinations. Go check out the Sweets team. They have some insane tricks that involve late Ken flips. Juggling late Ken flips is much more difficult than the whirlwind late Ken flip. You're juggling two different pieces, going back and forth, and still having to figure out when to late Ken flip, as opposed to having your hand on the Ken the whole entire time with the first way I taught you. Both are very awesome things to learn, but one is more difficult than the other, so you just need to progress slowly in Kendama until you can get to that place where you can land those really hard tricks. I hope this video helped you learn a little bit about the late Ken flip. Now go out, lace some nasty combos, and make sure you tag us in all of it. If you haven't ever blah blah blah, stick in the do and subscribe here. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit subscribe if you haven't. We're on our way to 100K, and we would really love you guys to subscribe. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Until next time, peace. Thanks a lot for tuning in and checking out our videos. Make sure you go and smash that subscribe button right there. We need all the subscribers we can get. Also, you can shop right here. Go to Sweets Kendamas and get yourself a new Dama.